This is Sung, and I'm the Principal and Director of Sky Academy, and in this episode what I want to be doing is looking at multiplying and dividing surds. Okay, so with this episode we're going to be extending our knowledge of simplifying surds, which involved a little bit of multiplication and division, and I want to introduce you to the method that we use when multiplying and dividing. Alright, when multiplying and dividing surds, what we do is we can multiply or divide the rational components together and multiply or divide the irrational components together and simplify. So for example, x root a times y root b would be xy root ab. Right? You multiply the rational components together and you multiply the irrational components together. And then you simplify the irrational component if you can. When you're dividing, x root a divided by y root b, one over the other, the rational components can be divided one into the other, and the irrational components can be divided one into the other. So you're left with x on y times the square root of a on b. Does that make sense? Let's have a look at some examples. It's really quite simple. The square root of 3 times the square root of 5 would just be the square root of 15. The square root of 5 times the square root of 5 would be the square root of 25, which would just be 5, right? Or you can just see, for example, that they're the same number. So if you multiply the same number together, and they're both square rooted, then the square roots will cancel each other out. Okay? Alright, this one here, this 4 root 5 times root 6, you can multiply the rational components. 4 times 1 gives you 4, and multiply the irrational components. 5 times 6 gives you 30. I don't think you can simplify any further, so you can just leave the answer as 4 root 30. This one here, 5 times 3 is 15. Square root of 12 times the square root of 2 gives you the square root of 24. And what's common, you can simplify the square root of 24. 4 goes into 24. So the 4 is the perfect square of 2. So the answer would be 2 times 15, which is 30 root 6. And that would be the answer for that one. The answer for this one would be 4 times 3, which is 12, times the square root of 3 times the square root of 3, right? They're the same number, so when you multiply two surds of the same number, or two square roots of the same number, you get rid of the square root sign. The square root signs will cancel each other out. 12 times 3 just gives you 36, so it's a rational number. The answer is going to be rational. The square root of 3 divided by the square root of 2 is going to be the square root of 3 on 2. So they're actually the same thing. The square root of 12 divided by the square root of 3. Now 3 can go into 12, so it's the square root of 12 divided by 3 is 4. Square root of 4 is just, woo! What am I doing there? Square root of 4 is 2. Got it? Yep. Now, the square root of 75 over 3 root 3. Now, let's do this component. 3's into 75 gives you 25 on 3. So one of the 3's here can cancel with cancel with the 75, and you're left with 25, or divide into it and it leaves you the square root of 25. Square root of 25 is 5 on 3. Okay, so that's how you do the multiplication and division of surds. Now in the next episode, what I want to be doing, or in future episodes what I want to be doing, not necessarily the next episode, but in future episodes what I want to be doing is looking at ways that you can rationalize the denominator. So in other words, the bottom number is always going to be a rational number, okay, which will become quite important later on. All right. but we'll do that in future episodes. Thank you very much for watching.